Welcome back to the Catnip Podcast. My name is Grace, and today is Monday, February 10th. This is a podcast about knitting, books, baking, and cats, but most importantly knitting, because that is what I love to do all day, every day, whenever I get the chance, all the time, pretty much. If you'd like to follow me on any of my social medias, I have Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Ravelry. I'm most active on Instagram, so please go follow me over on there. There's also Goodreads, because we got a lot of books to talk about today, which is fun. There are show notes. If you are interested in any of the things that I will be talking about today, hopefully I will remember to include everything in the show notes. Yes. Also, there is shop information. I work at a yarn store, if you are new to the podcast. It's called The Modern Skein. It's in Montgomery, Texas. We just had huge renovations and an expansion. It's wonderful. It's beautiful and gorgeous and very exciting. So if you can come visit us and come see the new shop, please do. It looks incredible. It's amazing. But if you are far away, then we also have an online store that you can check out our stuff there. And social media, so you can see pictures of it. But yes, so all that will be all the places. Never fear, all the information will be places, like I just said, because I'm repeating myself. Or if there's something that I say that is not anywhere, feel free to send me a message and I will respond. So, yes, I have a lot of knitting. But once again, few projects, lots of progress. So that's good. We also have lots of book discussion. We have a bread discussion. We have future knitting discussion because it's my birthday on Saturday. But more about that in the actual episode. We'll get to that later. So if you'd like to grab something tasty to drink, I have coffee this morning in my adorable little cat cup that was given to me by a dear friend. Thank you, Susan. And my Monday's a little bit wonky today. There were some schedule adjustments, and that's fine. We're just gonna roll with the punches as you do on a regular basis. I was gonna say on Monday, but it happens every day. So if you'd like to grab something tasty to drink or something to craft upon, something to snack upon, an animal to snuggle, laundry to fold, bread to knead, cookies to bake, which I hopefully will be doing later today, or all of the above. And you can come back and join me for some crafty chat. Okie dokie. Everybody. Knitting. So knitting is probably the smallest segment this week, or section. I don't really do segments. I don't know why I said that, but you know what I mean. It's like the smallest section thing, discussion to talk about. First off, let us back up a little bit, everybody. Let us acknowledge that even though I only have 2 projects to show you, I have made a poop ton of progress, and it's a lot. So we're going to acknowledge that I have done a good job. This is not really for you. This is mostly for me. I did a good job this week. I did a lot of knitting. This is good. I made progress. Positive affirmations, they are important. They are very helpful. So first off, this is my one of my 2 test knits that I'm doing for Isabel Kramer. This is the Night Groove sweater. It is a colorwork top-down yoke. It's awesome. I'm doing the ribbing. Everyone, let's check my progress creeper, shall we? Because I have one of those. I made sure to put one in last week. And everyone, I was here. And look how much I did. I did all that. all of this. And that also includes one day, what is this? Oh, I remember what that was. That was a little drop stitch, but I fixed it. Anyway, sorry, I saw a hole and I was very concerned, as all knitters should. When they see a hole, they don't know why it's there. But I got all of this done even with one day at work or 2 days at work where there was no knitting that really happened. Like, there was, normally at work is where I get all my knitting done because I work at a yarn store, so we knit all the time. But with this expansion and stuff, there was just so much moving, obviously, because we had more space. And so we were just spreading everything out, rearranging, reorganizing, all that jazz, cleaning. And so not as much knitting happened. And so I was like, I have a deadline. I just need to up my knitting at home time and like when I'm out and about. That happened. And it was amazing. Clearly, I'm almost done with the body. Like, I made really good progress. This is a fingering weight sweater, everybody. I am knitting. I have very strong feelings about this. I'm knitting this out of Holst Garn Coast, which is 55% lamb's wool, 45% cotton. This is the Flint colorway, and then my contrasting color is called Sea Green, which I am loving. It's a little bit more teal in person. On camera it's showing up more green, like foresty green, but in person it's a little bit more blue. But I'm really loving this. Also, very exciting note, I'm not knitting full-length sleeves because for multiple reasons. But the huge advantage to that is that I don't have to stress about knitting two full-length sleeves before Saturday, which is when this is due. You know. So Isabel posted a picture, another one of these that she has knit, on Instagram this past week, and it had short sleeves. And oh my goodness, it was so cute. So I quickly hopped on our testing thread and asked if I could do short sleeves instead, and she said yes. So I'm for sure doing short sleeves, not because of time restraints. Like, if I really wanted long sleeves, I know I could get it done, but I personally really want short sleeves on this sweater. So, and when I say short sleeves, probably what I'm going to do is just pick up around the sleeve and knit ribbing, which is a very easy thing to do if you have a sweater pattern that you are just like, I'm not knitting long sleeves, I'm not knitting 3/4 length sleeves, I'm not knitting above the elbow sleeves, I'm knitting short sleeves. Like, if anything, just barely a sleeve. And all you do, if you are unsure, literally all you do is you follow the instructions for picking up around the sleeve and how you would normally start your sleeve. Knit a couple rows, maybe 2, maybe 3 at the most. Do your ribbing, and you're done. Cast off, no big deal. Easy peasy. So, the goal, obviously because my deadline is on Saturday, but the goal will be to have a finished sweater with pictures, blocked, everything, by next Monday. Or by Saturday. So, all my ends are already woven in because I've woven them in as I went. So that's a positive thing. That's one less thing to do. I'm not 100% sure how I will block this. Whether I will fully, like, immerse it or just steam it. I am undecided at this point. I think I will need to try it on first. I think this is a really good look. Looks like I'm wearing it, but it just looks very bulky because I have a shawl on underneath. But it does look like I'm wearing it. Yes, I will need to try it on first. after I'm all done and rejoice greatly in the fact that it will be done, and then decide how to block it, I think. So I could see this getting done today because I have some stuff to do in the kitchen. I have some stuff to do on my computer, and both things, or all of the things, take time. They're not like actively doing things. It's what am I trying to explain? There's a lot of like in between time and things that I could do. I can knit while I do these things. That's just what I'm trying to say. I can knit and I can multitask. There we go. Better, more precise. I don't even know what I'm trying to explain. But multitasking was the word I was looking for, and thankfully it came to my mind before too long. So now all confusion has been cleared up, hopefully. And I would like to get this done. I also have more books coming up. I'm excited. I read so many books this past week. Oh my goodness. That has nothing to do with knitting. We will continue on with our knitting, and books will be another segment. But first, tea or coffee or whatever you so desire, for I am taking a coffee break with my cat mug. So, next up, that's my next test knit, which is also due on Saturday. This one I'm a little more hesitant on, but I'm pretty much done. Pretty much done. I'm not done. I'm not close to being done, but I am past the halfway mark, so that's something. Positive thoughts. Again, positive thoughts. This is my Fogline shawl by Brianne Moody. This is massive. I didn't get done as much as I wanted to on this week. Oh, why am I always in the middle of a row? I just need to pull it myself together. Goodness gracious. Okay, we'll continue talking about this. We all know what this looks like. It's really big. It's very colorful. I'll show it in just a moment when I finish this row. How am I, like, this is the second week this has happened. I don't do this. Like, I do not stop in middle of rows and just set it down. Like, that is, no. Why I did this, I don't know. Normally, so like I'm not gonna be one, here we're gonna have a little tangent while I finish this row. I am not one to be like, if someone needs me, I will not, unless I'm close to the end of the row, I will not be like, I'm sorry, I can't help you. I have 200 more stitches to knit. I need to finish that before I do anything else. I will not do that. If it was 5 stitches, I would be like, hold on, I'm almost done. But if it's 200 or whatever, very arbitrary number, but you get what I'm saying. Like, I hope. You might not understand. I don't know. Am I making sense? But, so if I do, I'm all over the place. If I do, I need to continue knitting this. If someone asks me for help, or if someone asks me to do something while I'm in the middle of the row, and I do have a lot of stitches left, I will say yes, of course, because I want to help them. I will put my knitting down, and as soon as I am done, I will come back and immediately finish that row. It really bugs me for my own knitting. Like, if you do this, I have nothing against this. This is just how I knit. This is how I prefer my rows to go. I just don't like stopping things in the middle of the row and just leaving them sit for long periods of time, because in my experience, when I do that, that can really stretch this part in between, and so then you will potentially could have a big gap, and like stitches get stretched, and it's just, I have not had good experiences with this. I know a lot of people who do this, and it's totally fine, and it works for them. I don't think it works for me. So again, if you do this, I have more power to you. Like, you do you. But when I have found myself having stopped in the middle of the row and not finished that row, it's like, wow, what was I thinking? Did I just really not care? Something must have been really busy. I don't even remember what was going on when I set this down. But that's okay. Anyway, I'm almost done with this row now. So that's how I feel about stopping in the middle of rows. Obviously, knitting in the round is a whole other subject because you're constantly in the middle of a row. That's very different, in my opinion. I need to continue knitting. I need to stop knitting. Stop knitting. What? I just need to finish this knitting. Okay, I got 3 stitches left. We're so close. And we're done. There we go. I apologize. I don't know what is going on today. Like I said, my Monday's been a little wacky because the step class that I normally go to was canceled, and so I decided to stay home instead of going to the Y and finding something else to do. But now everything's been just like, what is going on? I don't know. I like schedules. Schedules are important for my flow of a Monday, you know? Like, I think they're important. But that's just my personal opinion. I don't know. Again, I just speak for myself. I just speak for my Mondays. But I know a lot of people do appreciate a good schedule. So, there's nothing wrong with a good schedule. Okay. So, I finished my row now. This is the fog line shawl, scarf, blanket thing that is amazing, and it's massive, and I love it. And this is designed by Brianne Moody. That is her name and her Instagram username. I'm trying not to get it in my coffee. Ta-da! There's my new section. This blue section is my new section. I started it on Monday, and that's all I got done last week, which is, you know what, I'm almost done with the body of Night Grove. Small victories. I may not have had super good progress on both of them, but I got good progress on one of them. So yes, this is my new section. Basically, she designed hers with Farmer's Daughters and Spin Cycle. And so when I saw that, I was like, ooh, I can use my hand spun. But also, you can use Noro, which I love very dearly. And so you can't really see it, but like these two are stuffed full of Noro. And I have the occasional random Noro ball of yarn that have escaped. There's one down here as well. So I just picked 100 grams each of each color, and I have 4 contrasting colors, and then I've got 4 main colors. So here we have Curion Cascade Eco Wool. Here we have Cascade 220, Curion again. These two were just one full ball. This one that I'm currently working on, the blue is Ultra Alpaca from Barocco, and then my Noro is actually Silk Garden, which I know I'm mixing weights like nobody's business, but ultimately it's gonna look the same. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. And so the thing is that these come in 50 gram balls. So thankfully, I happened to have more than 2 of this particular colorway. And so, I'm just going to do 2 of the 50 gram balls. And then I think my third color, this is my third color. My fourth color of Noro, I'm not sure if I had 2 of the same 50 gram balls, but I mean, I'll keep the same background color, so I'll still have those like 4 big color chunks, and then I'll just change up the Noro, because I've got lots of like little bits and pieces like this that I can just throw in and just piece together another 50 grams. I don't remember actually, I think ooh, what is the name of that base? Oh no, maybe this is Tayo. Is it Tayo? Maybe. Is it this one? Is it Tayo? It is Tayo! I was wrong. I said that last week. Okay, so then this is Curion? Haha! I know my Noro base is better than this. I really do. So I'm not using this one in this shawl, though I really like it. Although I could. This is a really good one. I'll keep this down here. Wait, is this the other one? No, I don't think it is. That's the same purple, though. I don't know. You never know with Noro colorways. I love them. I love them. You just never know what you're going to get. And that's the beauty of them. So, Curion, I have a bunch of, like, little bits and pieces of Curion. And I will gonna hold on to that. Which means that these first 2 were Tayo. Or Tayo, however you want to say it. This purpley, pinky, browny one. And then this pinky one with the green. And I love it. I think it goes really well with that brown. So, I'm just tootling along my merry way. I love how this color combination is going. It's very tropical to me. I love that little bit of yellow down there and the orange. It's super fun. So all I have left in this first 50 gram ball is this. And then I can join together this one, and then we'll have a full 100 grams, blah, 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 happy days, all that jazz. So moving forward, my last main color is kind of like a creamy color, so I can really do pretty much whatever I want in regards to Noros. This is an amazing stash buster. Like, you don't have to have one long big color stretch. You can stripe the pee-wad out of this thing and it will be incredible. Because we have this like amazing slip stitch design element. I keep holding it up like this. It will be like this is how it is. This is how I'm knitting it, but it's just easier to hold it up like this. It's so snuggly. I love it so much. And now we have my thumbnail. What was I saying? Oh, the slip stitch thing. Like, it really just kind of pulls everything together in the same uniform pattern, and it's just so easy to do. Like, I feel like I don't know. Obviously, a lot of these colors don't necessarily go together, but something about everything together is still very cohesive. And I just really like that. I love it a lot. I'm thinking pom-poms or tassels on the corners. I don't think I'll do full fringe along the bottom. I think this will be the most snuggly thing ever. And I love it. Which makes me very sad that warm weather is coming. But I will be ready when the time comes again, come November. I've got a long way to wait, but that's okay, you know, it'll be a blanket when the air conditioning's on, you know, it'll be perfect. Also, again, I've woven in all my ends as I've gone. It's wonderful. And granted, like, I'm not changing colors really. I think I had one time where one of my main colors, actually, my brown, I was kind of frayed, and so that was another end that had to be woven in. I've had no problems with my Noros at all. And I'm not even like waiting to the middle of or to the end of the row. I'm just starting it whenever and then starting the next main color, that next main color row. So it's a wonderful pattern. It's just a very fun knit, and you like The color options are so endless. You can do whatever you want. And if you have a lot of handspun that you want to use, that would be a gorgeous, like I want to do another one with my handspun, which is like up at the very top and you can't see that, which was a goal of mine to knit with my handspun. So bingo, problem solved. I was just really excited about using Noro. That's why I went with it for this test. So this is due on Saturday. I have a section and a half left to knit. So, yes. Should be fine. Should be fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Maybe, ooh, here's an idea. In theory, I don't think it would be as successful as I think it would be. Did that sentence make sense? I don't know. But it's a funny idea. So side note, very quick, very random side note that has literally nothing to do with knitting. But I like sharing things about my life because we're friends and I want to share this with you as a fun fact and also as a funny scenario now that I've thought in my mind. You know. So it's been a New Year's goal or just like a 2020 for however long goal of mine, or just like a new habit to be formed, is to weightlift more with Sam, my husband, because he loves doing it. That's his main form of exercise, whereas I like more class situations. But I would really like to lift weights more because I only have one weight class that I can go to currently, which is awesome. I love it so much. But if I can do more of it, I think that would be really good, health-wise, strength-wise, all that jazz. And then it's also more time that he and I can spend together. And then we can bond over stuff. I'm learning, he's teaching me, he's showing me how to do all this stuff. We're doing really well, if I do say so myself. Like, we have been pretty consistent, and I think that's awesome. I have increased my starting weight in a lot of my little exercises that I do. That's awesome. We do the same exercises, we just switch the weights, so we do everything together, which is awesome. I love it. But, so that's a side note. It would be funny if I carried around with me a big bag of my knitting and I knit during my rest period. Because I have about like 1 to 2 minutes in between each like set of however many reps, and in between I am normally just on my phone or I'm just standing around. Sometimes I stretch, but whatever. I could knit during that time and hopefully get closer to my goal of having this done before Saturday, or for Saturday, on Saturday. You know, it could actually be the 15th and I'm just making this way more stressful because that's a whole extra day. But I don't know. We're not going to worry about it. It needs to be done because I'm setting the goal for myself of Saturday regardless of the due date, because which is a super wonderful smooth transition, everybody. I did not plan that, but it magically happened. I'm setting the goal for Saturday being the cutoff date for both test knits because not because it's Valentine's Day, but because February 15th is my birthday. I will be turning 27, for those who are interested as to how old I am, because I know I'm always interested how old people are when I watch their podcasts. I'll be turning 27, and I am doing a birthday cast on, I don't know what yet, which is the next thing we're going to talk about, because I have fun ideas and I need feedback. I need help deciding what, and I just don't know. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to share all this stuff here on the podcast, and it'll go up on Wednesday, and then I might have an Instagram post as well, because I like opinions and gathering opinions. Also because I don't like making decisions. Which one would argue that making a decision about yarn is probably a very small, not very stressful decision that I could be making, but somehow it's still just a decision that I don't want to make. That sounds terribly dumb when I say that out loud, but you know, I just don't like decisions. Anyway, so I have a lot of fun things. And in fact, everyone, okay, so let's rewind. Let's have some memories back to last week's episode. I showed you two sets of yarn that I got for Christmas. There was the Peachy Skein. Yeah, Peachy Skein. And then Lamb Long starts with an L. I do know that. I don't get this wonderful, huge HEB bag full of yarn to discuss. Lamb's wool. Lamb string. I knew it was lamb something. Lamb string yarn that I got for Christmas for my parents, and I was very unsure as to what shawl I had picked out to do this, but I thought that it had the name Paris in it, and in fact, I was correct. And in fact, the shawl that I thought it was, Paris Toujours, is the correct shawl that I will be doing with this, because this just reads so French to me, and it's just beautifully, I don't know, it's just very sophisticated, but there's so many layers of color, and it's like covered in cat hair, but are we surprised? But the orange really stands out on this dark blue background, so I can get rid of all of it because I can see all of it, you know? Anyway, irrelevant to the conversation. I am super excited about this. I think this would be so much fun. I have wanted to knit Paris Toujours for forever. It's by Isabel Kramer. It's a shawl. Should I pull these up? Maybe I should. I'm just getting so many notifications on my phone right now. I'm recording. I can't do this right now. Hold on. Let's go to patterns. So yes, I have, so this is one option. Paris Toujours by Isabel Kramer. And yes, I do realize that this is technically a DK weight, but I'm going to make it work because I want to. And it's my birthday, and I know what I'm doing. Like, it's okay. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm getting myself into. It's just so beautiful. It's just very classy. And let's see. So this is, let's see, Isabel's is kind of dark. It's hard to see. Oh, this is her mustard colored one. Oh my goodness, it's so pretty. This is what Paris Toujours is. So it's an asymmetrical shawl. It's just got a lot of eyelets that line up, ultimately, is what it is. Here's another picture from the project page on Ravelry. So yes, that's basically what it's gonna be. Just not DK weight. And I do know I will change my needle size. Again, I know what I'm doing. I got this. I can make these changes. I'm mainly saying this to encourage my own decision. Like, of course it'll be fine. I know what I'm doing. It'll be great. So this is option 1. Then we have the Bennett sister shawl for the Peachy Skein. Bennett. Oop, that's too many N's. Bennett sister. Oops, goodness gracious. Shawl, autocorrect, you are not helping. Go. What? Yes. I did mean that. Okay. So the second thing for the peachy skein is the Bennett sister shawl. And I have like really, really wanted to make one of these for a very, very long time. And my time is now, or it could be now, I don't know. It could potentially be now for my birthday, I don't know. So it's a triangular, massive, delightful shawl with garter stitch up at the top. It's knit from side to side, and half of it has mohair. And I'm pretty sure it's got a beautiful I-cord edge. So, okay, so this was the Paris Toujours. I'm doing this all out of order. I apologize for the crinkly. We'll move that out of the way. Paris Toujours. So, if you want this to potentially be my birthday cast on, let me know if this is your vote. Give me your top 3. How about that? Because I don't like picking one. This will be my Bennett sister. Let me know. Top 3? I don't know. I'll give my top 3, I think, later. So next up, so some of this yarn I did get for Christmas. Some of this yarn I've had for a very long time. Some of it I got last year. Okay, so next option will be Soft Sunday by Suvi Simula. Sunday. Though I do love the Sunday cardigan by Petite Knit, which is also what popped up. Okay, so this is just a very, very soft and lightweight shawl, asymmetrical shawl. So what my plan is to do these two together. I actually have 2 of these rose golds, but I think I could probably extend it, but then I wouldn't have enough mohair, I don't know. Really like this. This is super fun. So this is long dog yarn. Let me cover up my face. She is, she's got some amazing yarns. And this is her bounce sock in the rose gold colorway. And look at those speckles. Can we even, like, look at those. Look at those. Like, this is just stunning. I just can't even. And then this is Winter Witch from Dragon Horde Yarns. This is on her mohair, Pegasus lace mohair base. And I really like these colors together. I think they're very fun. I think it's different. So, love it. Or I could do another Bennett sister shawl out of this, really. So, very fun. Okay, vote for this. If you, oh, let me show you the pattern. That would help. It's like, what are you making? I don't know. I just like the yarn. Okay, so this is the Soft Sunday by Suvi Simula. It's another asymmetrical one, just very soft. It would show off the yarn, got some lace as some interest. Soft Sunday, awesome. So top 3, I don't know. Top 3 for you? I don't know. Okay, so next we have some amethyst yarn, which, oh my goodness. And I came with like a little progress keeper, which I love. Okay, so this is from Forest Fiber Arts. Can we even? Again, my dad picked this color out for me. This is called Amethyst Storm. Here is their label. This is their merino nylon 2-ply twist sock. 400 yards. And I believe what I will be doing is, surprise, surprise, another Isabel Kramer pattern, because I love her patterns so much. Akimi. I don't actually know how to pronounce it. And, okay. Let's see, I think this one's better. Okay, so it's basically a big triangular shawl with, surprise, more lace. Please Please focus. There we go. All these projects will be linked in the show notes if you want to go check them out in person on your own computer instead of me holding up my phone to you. So this is what this is going to be. And I know it's kind of hard to see on camera the depth of this yarn, but like, I just can't even. There are so many layers and so much dimension to this yarn that it's so beautiful. Like, we've got this cream, and then we've got this dark blue, and then we got this like gray and purple, and like this stuff in here, and it's all got speckles on it of like a dark navy, and like this skein has more creamy orangey colors, and like I love this little bit here with the cream and the blue mix, and there's a little bit of pink. I just am so excited. And like this pink right here with the combination of the purple and the blue and the navy speckles is just like, oh, be still my yarn heart. I just love this so much. So this would be a Kimi by Isabel Kramer. Really love that idea. Possibly top 3. Possibly top 3. Okay, so next up would be yarn that was not for Christmas, but I really do love this. This is Suburban Stitcher, her slub base in her swamp colorway, and she actually posted a picture of a shawl that she just finished in this exact same colorway. I now forget the name of the shawl, but it's basically a triangular shawl. And yeah. And my cake of yarn is kind of falling apart, so we need to fix this right now, lest it get tangled. So, I really like this idea. It's knit on bigger needles, so I know it would go quicker. Plus it's very fun. Although, it's not a super springy color. It's very fall. And so I don't know, this is what I want to work on right now. But I don't know, because I really love it. So that's a possibility. I'm sorry I don't have a picture of that. I don't remember the name of it. It's a triangular shawl. There are big tassels. There's some drop stitches. It's awesome. Next up, we have some yarn that I have had for a very long time. Very, very, very long time. And I've been saving this yarn for this particular pattern ever since I got it. And which, since it was so long ago, shows true dedication, because any of these colors would have worked so well in any of my other projects. Mainly Stephen West or just shawls or whatever. But I wanted to make this so badly that I have refused to break these colors up. Like, they will stay together. And it's also from an Oklahoman yarn dyer, which is super cool. I got this yarn at one point when we were in Tulsa. So it's from Loops, or Loop. I don't remember. Loops, excuse me. So this is dye for knitting, and I'm so sorry that the lighting is blowing this out because it is stunning and gorgeous, and I want to make a free your fade so badly. So badly. Oh man. Okay, now the colors. Oh, okay. This is very. Now we get some less sun. This is super bright. This is way bright. This is a little bit more pink. It's showing up a little bit more cream. And then this is. These are pink with black and brown. So yes, this will be a fade, free your fade. Not to be confused with find your fade, which is the big 7-color one. The free your fade is the 3-color one. And yes, this is dye for knitting on the merino sock base. This first one is called Alchemy. This is Alchemy. Next one is I Get By with a little help from my friends, which I really love. And oh my goodness, these speckles, okay, speckles are on point. On point. Like, look at that. Can we even? Like, what the poop? What the poop? Ah. Like, that's just so pretty. Oh, there's even more inside. Ah! And like this blue up here. I just love this skein so much. And like, look at that. I just love it so much. So yes, this is Dye for Knitting. I'm not sure if he's still dyeing, but he knits incredible stuff. He knits a lot of Stephen West patterns, and I'm so excited to be using his yarn. This last one is called Time Bomb, and it's just so bright pink. It's showing up very bubblegum on my camera. I don't know how it will show up on my computer, but it's just very fluorescent-y pink with orange and this navy and like all this beautifulness. Oh, can we even? So yes, this would be a Free Your Fade by Andrea Mowry. I wanted to do for so long. Like, I don't even remember when I got this. Like, I don't think I was married. 4 years ago? 5 years ago? 4 years ago. Maybe 4? I don't know. Anyway, I did a lot of stuff in between then, now and then, and like, any of these colors would have been beautiful in other things, but I just wanted this thing so badly that I wanted to keep these colors together because it was such a beautiful fade, and I wanted it to be like beautiful and bright and spunky and speckly, and it's all of those things, and I love it. Okay, so for your fade, top 3, I don't know. Let me know. What do you think? What do you think? And lastly, but not leastly, I have this Trailhead Yarns, which I got last year when we were driving home from Alabama. We went and had a week-long vacation with Sam's family in Orange Beach, Alabama. It was super fun. And this was from Southern Twist yarn. I'm so sorry, I forgot the name of the yarn store. I feel very bad. That's very terrible of me. Southern Twist yarns. They are located in Fairhope, Alabama. It was such a cute yarn store. She was so sweet. They have just recently opened within the past year and a half, probably now at this point. I love this yarn. It's very unique. It's 55% cotton and 45% linen. I have 630 yards. Insane. And I really, at the time, the Storm something shawl by Hohe had just come out. It's the crescent shape with the drop stitches. I think this would be beautiful, or something along those lines. I think very airy. It's very summery, and I just think it's gorgeous. This texture is just, I love it. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, but like it's just so pretty. I love this. So yeah, this is Trailhead Yarns. This is the Fundy Tides yarn color. I actually don't know if that's the color. Oh no, that's the base. I believe Jungle Fever is the colorway. And it's made in Canada. I can wash on cold and tumble dry low. Not that I would do that, but it's an option. So yeah, I think this would be fun, especially with spring and summer coming up. This would be really fun to have all ready to go. Also, like, look at these oranges. Can we even? That's just so bright and beautiful with this blue. Ah! I love it. I love it so much. Ooh, and check out this dark blue. It's just super fun. I love that. Okay, anyway. So, last option. So, to review, a Hohe shawl, I think. The slub yarn. We have the Princess Peach. We have the Rose Gold. Rose Gold and Dragon Horde for Soft Sunday. We have the incredible Free Your Fade. We have Paris Toujours. And we have Akimi. So, what would be my top 3? I don't know. I think the mohair. I really want to do the Bene Sister shawl. But I really want to do Paris Toujours. Like, real bad. But also Akimi. Free Your Fade. Free Your Fade is definitely in the top 3. For sure. Free Your Fade. This would be fun. Although, I don't know. Do I want, so since this is a birthday thing, do I want this to be a big and extravagant, like, project to work on that takes more than one skein of yarn? I don't know. Not that this wouldn't be extravagant, because this is very nice and beautiful. But I really like the Princess Peach, and I like the Akimi, and I like the Soft Sunday. I don't know. Okay, so in no particular order, top 3, top 3. Maybe top 3? I don't know. I feel like this opinion could change. In no particular order. I don't know, because I also really love this. And I love the Princess Peach. I just don't know. Which is why I need your help. So please let me know what you think I should do. Give me your opinions. I'm not promising to follow anything that is like, I don't know. I'm not going to be for sure. This is the top vote, so I'm going to be doing that. Might not do that, but yeah. I don't know. So yeah, please just let me know what you think. What about my, do we go by colors and like seasons that are coming up? Do we go by like what I just want in it? Do we just go by big shawls versus little shawls? Like, in the seasons and like wearing big shawls or wearing small shawls or like what? I don't know. I need your help. Please let me know top 3, or if you feel very strongly about one of them, let me know. I don't know. So I am going to decide on Thursday evening because I'm bringing the yarn with me to work on Friday so I can wind it. That is my goal. That is the ultimate goal. I don't know, that Free Your Fade is really, really calling my name. I really, really feel strongly about that one. But I also feel strongly about all of them. So, I don't know. I'll just stop talking at this point. This is just too many options. Too many options. Fun birthday cast on. Funness is coming, for sure. Last year I did my Zweig. It was all I worked on all day on my birthday. It was amazing. I loved it so much. So yes, birthday cast on is coming up. Please leave a comment with what you think I should do. For sure. So, moving kind of quickly because I just talked about that a lot. I have made bread this week. I made bread last week and I made rolls last week, and oh my goodness, they were so good. I love sourdough. I love the taste of it. I love the look of it. And I love, love, love making it. It is just so much fun. I don't know what about it has just made me so excited about doing all this, but it is just so much fun. So much fun. So if you can get your hands on a starter, whether it be from me or someone else, or you make your own, because that's definitely possible. It's just a longer process. Yes. If you are local and can get to the Modern Skein and you would like some starter, please just let me know. Bubbles, my own starter, is very healthy and produces a lot of starter, so it's perfect. Just let me know, and I will be very happy to share. So that's bread. Let's see. We'll look at the red books. Okay, so last week, we're gonna speed through this because I've got a little space on my SD card left. Last week, backup. A lot of the YouTubers that I watch, super random, there is a point. A lot of the YouTubers that I watch are booktubers. They are people who give book recommendations, they read books, they do book tags, they do all this fun stuff. I love it so much. And this particular booktuber is kind of new to me. She lives in London, I think. I am not completely sure, but she lives in England. I do know that. And she enjoys polar fantasy, which is a subgenre of fantasy, which I did not know existed until following her. And once a year, kind of in the January, December-y timeline, she hosts Polarthon, which, if you don't know what that is, or none of those words make sense except for the word polar, and we just know that means snowy and cold, or something along those lines, basically what it is that it's a week. This one was a week-long readathon, and so we had certain prompts that we had to meet, and we had to meet a minimum of certain amount of prompts to get up to the top of this like little snowy mountain, and I successfully completed 5 prompts, and I read four books last week, everyone, and they were not small books. Granted, only one of those I actually read with my eyes. The others were audiobooks, but I still, 4 books in 1 week is insane. Is insane. And I'm so proud of myself. So very quickly, I just want to go through the books that I read and just kind of a very brief overview. If you want to have more information or just more than a brief mention here on the podcast, please go be my friend on Goodreads, because all this stuff is on my Goodreads. So first off, was for the prompt a retelling, and so I read Spindlefire by Alexa Hiller, which is basically a retelling of Sleeping Beauty. It was very good. I listened to this audiobook in 1 day. It was very enjoyable. It probably wasn't my favorite. I'll definitely be reading the second one for sure. It ended with a cliffhanger. That was fun. I did enjoy it. It was just, I don't know. Something about it was just not super enthralling to me, but it was still very enjoyable. I did enjoy it. Second book that I finished was definitely up there with the top books that I read, which was called Romanov by Nadine Brandes, or Brandes. So, this was meeting the prompt A Snowy Setting, and this book was very enjoyable. First off, I love that time period in history, the Romanovs, the Tsars, Russia, all that stuff is super fascinating. If you are going into this book with the hope that it's going to be very historically accurate and you're going to learn something and it's going to be a educational experience, you will probably be disappointed, because this book is basically it's not watching well, actually it kind of is, because the cartoon Anastasia does have some weird Rasputin spirity type things, and this is it's got the same kind of fictionalized storyline in it, So if you really, really love historical fiction and people taking stuff that really happened and then adding into it and making it almost like a different story, but still having a lot of the historical elements to it, you would love this book. I felt like I was watching the Anastasia cartoon, or it was along those lines of just like, this did not happen. Like, I know for sure this didn't happen, but I am loving this story right now. Like, this is amazing. This is just right up my alley. I loved it so much. And then we've got all the historical elements of just like, it's Anastasia and her brother Alexei and the Romanovs, and it's Russia, and it's snowy, hence polar fantasy. And there was some magic going on, and it was like, who are these spellcasters? And there's this magical ink, and what is going on? If any of that sounded entertaining, please read this book. It is so good. So that was book number 2. Book number 3 was probably the lowest. Not super, I don't know. It was The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, it was number 1 in the Farseer trilogy. I gave this like 2.75 stars. I don't know. It's a very long and very, very, very slow moving story, because I listened to it, but you know what I mean. I don't know. It was just very slow. I like the idea of it. I might try the next book, but I don't know. We'll wait and see. And then lastly, I finished last night, it was awesome, is East by Edith Patu, which was the ultimate goal of a polar fantasy, and that's just like wintry magic, thinking like Frozen and Elsa and all that jazz. Set in like Norway or Denmark. There was a polar bear involved. It was so good. Like, it was, I loved it. I don't even know why I loved it, but it was such incredible writing, and there's a second book called West, and I'm so excited to read it. So please, go read East by Edith Patu if you like mythology, Nordic mythology that's got like this fictional telling with multiple points of view, and it's also kind of got like a Sleeping Beauty vibe, or not Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast vibe. There's a troll queen and a polar bear. It's awesome. Sounds really like, what in the world are you talking about? But it is so good. I would highly recommend it. It does seem like a long book. It's almost 500 pages. But it goes by so quickly. Like, I read that book so fast. I loved it so much. So please read that book. Please read Romanov. The others, I don't know. But Romanov and East are just really good. So would highly recommend those. And that was my Polar-thon for 2020. Very successful. I read a lot. Got a lot of knitting done. It was awesome. So I have about 7 minutes left on my SD card, so we should probably bring this podcast episode to a close. I have talked for a very long time, and it's just crazy. There was just so much to talk about. But thank you so much for spending time with me. Please let me know what you think about my future projects. And if you go and find books to read, please let me know. Or if you're into sourdough or whatever, all that jazz. Please just, I don't know, just mainly the yarn. Please just leave me. I need help with my projects. Let me know what I should do, or what you think I should do. If you'd like to follow me on any of my social medias, I'll be doing a project voting post on Thursday. So keep an eye out for that. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Ravelry, show notes, yarn store information, all that jazz will be in the show notes, so please go check those out. I hope you had a wonderful weekend, and you continue to have a wonderful week. If you have crafty plans, I hope that they are successful. Happy Valentine's Day. or Galentine's Day, or if you just want to just celebrate the fact that it's Friday, that's also wonderful. Friday is a perfect reason to celebrate. Celebrate with a new cast on, and maybe a box of chocolates or something like that. Of sourdough bread. I don't know. A good book. East by Edith Patu. That's a good book. But yes. I clearly have a lot of work to do on my test knits, but I know I can do it. It'll be fine. I have 5 minutes on my SD card. It's flashing at me. I need to go. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week, and I will see you guys next week.